Yo, what's going on, people? My name is Moghul, and this is another beat breakdown of the track Essentials by Nick Brewer, produced and mixed by me.
I am Moghul, I'm feeling this instrumental. Life ain't coincidental. God's plan is eventful, man. I got hurt and went a bit mental.
The story behind this track Essentials actually starts from another song. We were working on a track together, and Nick heard this beat and he liked it, and straight away he just started putting a verse down to it and we recorded it real quick. When we got towards the end of that song, I had this like little section where it breaks down, and in that breakdown I had these chords, and when Nick heard that, he was like, yo, like, what's that? And that was initially the beginning of Essentials. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take you straight back to the track that we were actually working on. Probably not going to release it, but I guess it's just like a little sneak peek into one of the tracks that we were working on. I'll play that track right now.
She looks like a dream. Big up Rewind magazine, and that girl can dance like ballerina. I'ma take my chance like Adam Deacon. I'm not the type that will bang and leave. Look, I'm a wine and diner. Standard procedure. Excuse me, please, I'm looking for the one. Have you seen her? Eyes ain't the best. Few good men that we laid to rest. That shit there don't make no sense. Wish that they could have stayed instead. But wait, let me get back to the point. Might be the man, but I'm still a boy. Keep making mistakes that I could avoid. Can't lie, man, I still feel annoyed.
Alright, I'll stop that track there. If that's something you guys want to hear, message Nick and convince him to maybe release it one day. This main melody on this track was just like a little sample I'd found, and let's loop that sample over here. Now, I don't know why I did it, but I just kind of added some random chords to it, and listening back to it, it doesn't kind of feel like it fits, but at the time I guess I thought it was cool, and I put these chords underneath it. So and it was really just to give that piano like a counter melody, so it sounded a bit more interesting rather than just like a constant loop. But hearing those chords alone, they sound like this. I remember when Nick heard that and he was like, what's that? What's that? And so I was just like, yeah, it's just some random chords I had like tucked in underneath these, under the main melody. So he was like, do you think you can make something off that? I was like, yeah, cool, I can give it a try. At the time, like, I didn't really know what I could do with it. It's one of them things like creatively, I just put that in to match this one track that we were working on. I didn't really expect to make a complete new song out of it. I guess in that respect, that's like Nick pushing me out of my comfort zone, because typically I didn't hear that and think, oh, this is going to be a song. When you're collaborating with an artist, you gotta leave yourself open to challenge, especially from a production perspective. A lot of great music is based on discussion and kicking things back and forth. Now, just because I was uncomfortable, I could have found excuses to just negate that and be like, oh, nah, let's just do something else, or that's not going to sound good. But I figured, you know what, let me give it a try, and then let's see where it goes. Now I'm going to step into the actual mix session of the song Essentials. Like instantly when you hear those chords, there's something dreamy, there's something spacious. For me particularly, like visually, it just reminds me of a beach or something just vibey, something you just relaxed. It just has that open feeling to it. And I was like, okay, cool, I need to make sure I don't lose that. So working on a track like that, when you've got the majority of it happening in those chords, you just want to complement that. So I started layering the chords. So the first thing I did is layer it with a piano. So layer that together. I wanted to add something like majestic underneath it, and what I started doing is I started finding sounds which were just like, they just resonate, they just feel good, and one of these sounds that I found was like a chord hit, and it sounds like this. Now we put that all together and it sounds like this. So instantly when you hear that, it's got a good feeling, it's got more texture, it's got more layers, and and it feels like a thicker sound now rather than just Rhodes on its own. The drums were the trickier part, because when you've got something with such a cool vibe, it's natural to want to like make everything go in that vibe. And sometimes the problem with that in music is if you just follow the vibe with every single instrument, it starts to actually sound dull. So my intention was to get the drums to just hit on it in a way that people don't expect it. I did a lot with the hats in these drums, and I made sure they were punchy, but I wanted it to feel upbeat. Let's check out the drums. Instantly the drums have got a bounce, and what you realize is that the hi-hats are doing a lot. So the drums are quite spaced out. You'll have the kick and the snare, and it's the way the hi-hats are leading you to the snare and then leading you back to the kick. It keeps it rhythmic and it keeps it bouncing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take out the 808 and take out the kick, and what I'm going to do is I'm just play it to you with just the hi-hats and the snares. Now straight away that's got a bounce. Let's add the kick back. And then we add the 808. The thing is with these kind of drums, they have to bounce, but you don't want to make them too busy as well. I want to make sure that the pattern of the drums is enough for you to catch on to, but I don't want them to become too busy, because remember the Rhodes on this track was just open. They had a good vibe, they made you feel good, and it's important that I don't lose that in the drums. When you throw that all together, you get this. One of the things I added, which was really low, was I just played in this guitar part, and the guitar part, I'll exaggerate it for the purpose of this video, but it's actually really quiet. I kept this guitar part really far in the mix, so it feels like it's at a great distance. In a similar way to if you hear a sound close to you and far away, it gives you a perception of depth. I added some bell sounds after that as well, and these are just really, again, they're very catering to the vibe of the song. Let's put all those melodies together from the guitar part. We've got the main chords which really create that vibe. We've got the drums that are making you bounce and it makes it a bit more energetic. And then you've got these small little things which create a progression and lead you to the chorus. And let's jump into a verse with Nick and see what he brings to it after hearing how it was all broken down.
Yeah. I am Moghul, I'm feeling this instrumental. Life ain't coincidental. God's plan is eventful, man, I got hurt and went a bit mental. Still I rise like Kenzel, man, I drive in my own whip, no rental. Can't put on an act like Denzel. No, I ain't gone gold or platinum, no Kardashians live around here.
The next section in this song is really where it breaks down into the chorus. So Nick had a vocalist come in and you know, do some additional vocals and harmonies over the top of him actually singing in this chorus. So let's hear it.
Take my time and breathe. You can't take what's mine and leave. Busy being too busy. I guess it's nothing new really. I guess it's nothing.
Now, if you listen to the harmonies underneath that, that's what really gives it that fullness in that section. Let's just hear the harmonies. Essentials, not to have any pun on the word, but it really is a track which needs to have the essentials of what makes a track move. For me, once you had those Rhodes and those chords, that was perfect. Then you had that drum with the bass, with the 808, sorry, that was perfect. And then you've got this like section where it breaks away for a chorus, perfect. the approach to this record was less is more. The outro is literally me on the piano just freestyling, and it went like this.
Be myself in total.
That was it. That was actually the making of Essentials. So yeah, that's out right now. You can stream that on any streaming service. Make sure you guys let me know what you think. All right, cool. And that's it.
It's nothing. I know love better than evil. To me, they never been equal. I see no devil in people. From the east like Ozzy and Lethal. You